Hey, today is also April 14th. Hey, why not, eh? On the same day. So I'm going to read a letter I sent to Nanaimo's courts, Provincial Court of British Columbia, where after annoying me with, again, providing things I told them I can't provide because the Canada Revenue Agency is blocking me. So this is part of what a systems thinker can identify are various forms of collapse of a proto-society in Canada. And of course, when I want to leave Canada, I'm not leaving the bad guy. I'm leaving with transparency, and I don't really want to ask for refugee status somewhere because in doing so without any form of closure from Canadian elites, business, government, political, different governments, is I'm doing it as a bigger victim if you don't provide me any form of closure. And that's not okay. So please stop criticizing other countries. Yes, you might be better, Canada, at this time, but you are collapsing without letting me help you. So I have to deliver this evidence as a global culture repair where Canada is against culture repairs. So this one, I'm going to read the form. This form was sent to me as part of 3 additional forms, and then a judge supposedly had his own words to say probably it's not going through, but it wasn't clear, and I ask, please clarify these words of a judge when it's such an easy thing to use plain English to explain. This was a form for exempting the applicant from paying fees. Now, I already provided evidence from a different branch of the British Columbia government to show that I was low income, but that wasn't good for them. They wanted my taxes, which I didn't have access to within a short deadline, even though I also told them that I provided them with the evidence, provincial courts, that I can't easily do my taxes. I'm waiting to fix victimization from the CRA, right? So, and it says other. So this is me filling out this form, and I think choosing these categories. So there's very limited number of digits you can fill out. So here's what I wrote. If the other box is checked, give the details of the order you are asking for. And this is where I'm getting annoyed. So of course, if they present this to a judge without, for example, showing the first letter that I sent to a longtime doctor, something that I may or may not have delivered to them, I can't be certain of it at this time, but it would definitely be part of a case. But when you first fill out small claims, by the way, it actually says on the form, don't feel the need to provide all of the information now. So I didn't need to provide that letter, but I can't remember if I did. I'd have to reference my own data. So it's not like they want to know. They just are looking for reasons to lower their caseload, which means, again, a positive socio-cybernetic feedback loop where they are creating more victims by victimizing them themselves and blocking any form of culture repair, because I am saying in every claim of courts that I'm going to pursue to file in Canada, whether I can afford it or not, I'll document I can't afford it, but I want to have my day in court, is it's going to say I am transparent. I'm going to videotape. I could even do it live if I have the ability to borrow money and have access to data and do it live on YouTube. And I want nobody to be barred from that, including the media. Now, of course, if you say this, Canada is not at these levels of transparency, so they're going to block it. So I'm pissed off with this little thing here. I have already provided you with my below the poverty line income status, Provincial Court of BC. Please cease and desist from compiling even more of my time and expenses in order to play your bureaucracy, paper-pushing, good domesticate games. That's exactly what I usually say. I do not want to reinfect myself with HSD. I tell this to people all the time, just to kind of reduce the stress of your day by taking on more myself. That's pretty inhumane. I am a very busy person that had a great deal of advocacy type of work to do. It does not pay, but it is very important to me. So it's important to me to help you even though I don't get paid, but it'd be nice if you minimize the victimization towards me at the same time. The other is give the facts you wish the registrar to consider and sign the application. So again, I'm maximizing the digits here. So I say other again. Also, please comply with the investigation that I have previously requested from you for both why the Nanaimo offices still felt like sending private mail for strangers to access in Comox, and I believe they've opened it, that's for them to confirm. And although I asked them not to send it there because I don't live there, they just can't reach the natural world in the paradigms that people don't live, where sometimes what is being forced to provide as a snail mail is, even though I tell them, don't send stuff there, use my email, scan it. If you don't have access to that technology, high school kids can teach you, maybe your own kids, how to use it, because you do have the equipment. There's procurement officers that get you a lot of money for equipment. If you don't want to learn and you get professional development, you could learn how to scan something and send an email. Now again, to send it someplace, you say, well, it's for your privacy or security. Where I told you I'm not going to be, and I have a confrontational relationship with that previous motel when I was in British Columbia and they were violating my human rights and stealing from me, is you might want to kind of not keep proving to me you're the bad guys, BC provincial courts. If I have a legal right to take people to court, like, where do I do it? With the UN? Because I can't do it with you guys if it happened in BC. And what happened to it while it was there? And I did say don't send mail there, and they did anyways. It's hard for me to confirm that information because people are not cooperating. If I have to investigate this, I know it was sent there. I just don't know who might have opened it to read it. And they may have sent RCMP to investigate this, but they're keeping me in the dark about it. If I have to investigate this matter myself, then you will be invoiced for it through the oversight organization that has a national business number of 800736548 BC0003, and that is under my own jurisdiction operation. Please note also that impeding this potential future investigation would constitute a crime of impunity for those involved. Note that there is absolutely no valid reason for the defendants to receive a copy of this letter right here, because they want to send copies of everything. But if I respond to their failures in this way, it actually hurts my case. Some of the things I have to say this to be as clear as possible. It makes me look so outside the norm that people that suffer from HSD, they see me as incompetent or dishonest or so. It's hard to understand. This guy thinks oranges are green. Yeah, I've seen green oranges in other countries. Yeah, but they think I'm crazy. Okay, so again, I'll finish that part. No valid reason for the defendants to receive a copy of this. In fact, doing so would violate both my claim and my privacy. So I'm saying you are doing this. You are actually using that as an argument. We want to send you mail where you'll never get it, and where it's opened by other people to protect your privacy. And I'm saying don't do that, it'll hurt my privacy, and they're doing it anyways. And that's the BC Provincial Court. And there's many things I want to take to court, but they block this after, and they might say you can't provide proof that you are low income so we can waive the fees, but you have provided proof to us that you are low income in other ways that we don't have a category for, which is ridiculous because it's another provincial BC way. And also, if you haven't paid, then we're closing this, and you're willing to try again and keep wasting your time with us, and we're going to keep lowering our workload by victimizing people like you more, because we don't like that you're different than the norm. We would prefer somebody that is a victim that fits the norm, because then at least we can talk about TV shows instead of something complicated from a different file when we're at work, right? So anyways, that's the BC courts, and people wonder why I want to leave Canada, and it's because, well, it's confirming Canada cannot deviate from its self-sabotage and collapsing proto-society behaviors, and therefore it's an evolutionary dead end. And it is cruel and unusual punishment to expect me to not keep looking for places somewhere else that might not be, sociologically speaking, in better shape than Canada, but that would still allow me at least the privilege to be away from, the type of victimization I know, to hopefully be appreciated somewhere else, that I can focus on entering the workloads in ways that I can't in Canada. And I'll do vlogs of my recent applications for work of things in Canada, and you'll see how, my God, I can't believe that you were in the news as an employer and people died, and yet you are not doing anything with increased quality the year after. It's pretty pathetically sad, and I don't need money that much to hurt my reputation in this way.